Hey Detroit, it's Ebony JJ Curry, and today we have the JB Smoove. Welcome to Detroit. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, thanks for having me. You know what? I'm thinking about changing my name to BJB Smooth, which is
You
kind of
should.
catchy. Kind of catchy.
You
Kind of catchy.
should.
I don't think anybody has had to legally change their name to BJB Smooth. JB Smooth. It feels like I'm on Game of Thrones or something. You know what I mean?
JB, you are in the city. You have your show coming up this weekend. Tell me, how does it feel to be here in the city of Detroit?
I love Detroit. I've always got a lot of love in Detroit, and I can't wait. I mean, my humble beginnings, when I tell you I came to Detroit so much, I'm talking about, I've seen the city grow. I've met some amazing people. I used to fly in town. I had to drop my luggage off. I had to go to Floods. You would have thought I lived there. I knew so many people. I walk in there, they be like, hey, Smooth, what's up, Smooth? Meet you out there in Detroit. They welcoming. I thought I lived there for a minute there. When I left there, I felt like I was going home and not to the
Yes.
hotel.
Yes. I love that. When I tell you Floods is the spot to be,
Oh,
and I get those stories all the time when it comes to the city, especially in the comedic scene. So
yeah.
tell me, what have been some of your most memorable moments here in Detroit, and what does the Detroit scene, the comedic scene, look like today compared to
Oh
decades ago
man.
when it first started?
It's kind of like New York. Comedians have this unique bond with each other. When we come in town, if we don't live there, they treat us like we live there. They take us everywhere. They take us to eat. They come pick us up in the morning, hang out with us. We hang out all late at night. We kick it like we're a real family. We're a real family. My guy, Foolish, Coco, we used to all hang out so tough. I can't wait to get to the city and reconnect with a bunch of my comedian friends. And that's what we do as comedians. We're therapists and we get therapy at the same time. It's like this thing that we do that we provide people, and I think, when comedians connect with each other, reconnect with each other, and when we have good relationships with each other, it's great for what we do, and what our main purpose is to make people happy. I'm in that business, I'm in the happy business.
Pootie Tang. I'm taking it back.
Say, say my main baby. Ooh,
That's my jam, Mr. D's. You are hilarious.
ooh, thank you.
Almost Christmas. I mean, those are just my favorites.
Somebody just brought up Almost Christmas yesterday to me. This guy rolled up to me and said, Shitow. He said, Shitow. What you know about Shitow, JB?
You have made a serious impact within these decades. Tell me, how does that, having a moment of introspection, where does that take you emotionally, or even like, when it comes to your gratitude, when it comes to your journey thus far?
I think about how, when I started this journey years ago in New York, and how the speed of the world was a little different. The speed of the world has quadrupled right now. We are flying. Everybody wants everything at one time. No one has the patience that they used to have. We had to have patience because we didn't have the resources that we have nowadays to promote ourselves. And we literally had to do everything by manual. We had to pull over and make a phone call at a pay phone, and we had to do all that stuff. We had to deal with promoters. We had to deal with different things that's way different than now. So I look at that as, but I say this all the time. I said, I respect the time and the speed of the world in this timeline, but I wouldn't trade it for my humble beginnings in that realm, because we were actually building something back then. Right now, young people are capitalizing on what we built. So that's the respect level that I feel like us OGs should get, because we actually made it a lot easier, because what we had to do was drive across the world, and we had to deal with so much back then. And this, you talking about even before Def Comedy Jam and before BET, before all that stuff. You're talking about those shows came after. We were all still doing it back then, before those shows were even on television. So you gotta look at that. Now we have so many opportunities now, but those seeds had to be planted in order for us to be where we are right now in the comedy world.
Absolutely. You mentioned you are definitely the OG. When it comes to today's comedic scene, you touched on it a little bit, but I would like to know your insights on how do you think the comedic scene is today? What are your views on the climate of it right now?
Oh, I think it's great. It's in good hands. I feel like those of us who have been doing it are still doing it, at a high level. And you see a lot of shows where you get these young guys, you get the older comics on the same shows, and because there's the balance there that we must hit with our audience, and our audience it varies. It really is a melting pot of amazing comedians right now. But and we are capitalizing on what's happening in the industry. We have to. We still have to be in the forefront of what entertainment is. The comedian is the voice. I promise you. There's drama, there's reality, there's all these things, but the comedian is still in the forefront of what moves the world. Because our opinion matters, and how we take drama and real things that are going on in the world, and we reshape them. We reshape them and we tell it to you in a different form. You know what I mean? We give it to you. We take the sting off everything and make it more manageable.
Yeah.
And that is what a comedian's job is to do, is to take your mind away from the chaos that's going on in the world. But
Yeah.
it can't be all PC. It's got to be, the voice of reality, you know what I mean, of what really is going on. We're not sugarcoating anything. We're just giving you a different version of the real news,
Yeah.
in our lives, So, and I use the word therapeutic earlier because people are sitting in that audience and you hit a topic that they going through, but you put a spin on it. It makes them feel better. It makes
Yeah.
them feel like I'm not the only one going through this crazy stuff. You know what I mean? It's helpful. No, we in great hands right now, and I feel like everybody's motivated to make it. I think I think human nature has a tendency to go at the pace of what the world is. And
Mhm.
sometimes we get caught up in that, and we step on toes, we burn bridges, and we do different things. So a lot of times the comedians are in the news because we all want the same thing. But you got to understand that we are all here for a purpose, and we actually can really move this planet and make it go, and keep people grounded and all that good stuff. We just got to realize the power that we have.
Absolutely, you're right. I definitely agree with that. I love me some comedy.
Yeah.
Also, I know, just taking it back to SNL, taking it back to your early career days when you're like grinding, and fast forward to right now, September 20th, 2024, speaking with Ebony JJ Curry. Tell me, where are you? What keeps your passion going? Like, what keeps your foot on the gas?
Oh man, you know what? Here's what I did when I first started. And I questioned a lot of my colleagues back then because I said, you know what? I'm going to do a lot of different things at one time. I'm not going to be a comic that just travels, that just goes on the road and does stand up. I said, I'm going to throw a lot of stuff against that wall, and when I do it, I'm going to make sure that I have an opportunity to change pace, so I'm not bored in what I do, and I'm not stuck in one place for the rest of my career. So I was back then. I was doing commercials. I was doing these. I did. I did the first, probably one of the first shows ever on Comedy Central. I did MTV stuff. I did Friday Night Videos. I did the Comedy Jam. I did BET. You name it, I did it. I did everything. I was doing commercials back then. I was doing background. I didn't care. I did a bunch of different things, and I got an opportunity to be in film early in my career. So my IMDb is crazy because I got a chance to do so much, and I didn't want to just do stand up. I wanted to be able to do stand up, but I didn't want that just to be my only thing I could do. Meaning, I didn't want to get stuck in the clubs, just doing one thing over and over again. I wanted to make sure people saw me on a wider scale. So that's the one thing, and I'll tell that to young people right now. You know, I always tell people take an improv class because that will balance you out, and that will also give you the ability to change gears, change your mind. In the moment, all those things helped. And I took the improv class at probably 1990. I hate to age myself, but damn it, I took a lot of I did a lot of I think I invested in what I do smart
Yeah.
smartly, and I think there's still the rule of thumb um is to grow. You want to have growth in the industry, and I think I'm a perfect example of of that, of being able to move around and also network with people. You know what I mean? Networking with people, you know, uh, and that means I get phone calls from people I met 30 years ago. It doesn't matter when that phone rings, but they remember me and say, "Man, JB was nice to me."
And that's how you know you're literally
Yeah,
in your calling. You know what I mean? If it
yeah,
just continues to keep going, it continues to just be aligned in that journey. I do got a
yeah.
question for you though.
Uh,
Top three um uh favorite comedians of all time right now, dead or alive.
woo. See, I go by who inspired me.
Yes.
And I say that all the time because who inspires you motivates you to do this amazing gift that we have. So I gotta go Pryor.
Mhm.
Gotta go Red Fox. Man, I gotta go. Man, see, I'm inspired by so many comedians. George Carlin. I love George Carlin.
Mm,
Smart, and I like that balance because each one of those guys did something uniquely different.
yeah.
you know. But those three are way older than me. So that's my influence. As much as I love Chris Rock, Eddie, all those guys, they're closer to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're closer to me. Dave Chappelle, amazing. They're all, but Dave Chappelle's younger than me.
Yeah.
So I gotta go by the people who, when I was a kid, that I would go like, wow,
Mhm.
wow. Or listening to albums I should not be listening to as a child. I'm sitting there like, I gotta keep looking back. Make sure my mom and daddy come and work it.
That's how
I'm
you
playing that.
do
When I'm playing that Richard Pryor album, like real. I'm playing it real low. I got it real low. Like, man, did they walk up in here?
That's how you know you're a real OG. Thank you so much, JB. But before I let you go, you have to give a shout out to the city. What are you looking forward to the most this weekend?
This weekend, I'm looking forward to an amazing crowd coming out to see JB Smoove as usual. They always come out for me. I love it. We're gonna have a great time. Looking forward to landing. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get in tomorrow night and have a little dinner with some friends, and hopefully I'll see some people out there. You know what it is, man. Y'all see me? Let's give a hug and see what's up. And I'll see y'all on Sunday because it goes down with JB Smoove. I'm unpredictable. Ooh, I love being in a moment with people, and that's what I do. And we'll have a blast as usual. Yes, indeed. And the casino, I love my casino. That's my casino right there. Every time I come to Detroit, I love going to the casino. So Motor City, I can't wait to see y'all. Let's go.
Absolutely. Can't wait to see you, JB Smooth. Ebony JJ Curry, you have the JB Smooth. He will be here this weekend. Check him out at the soundboard. Mwah. Thank you so
Woo.
much.